Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to the channel. In case you're new here, welcome and be part of the family. Now, in case you're new here, my name is Leah. I am a Kenyan living here in Italy. Today I'm going to share with you how it is like to being a black woman or a black girl here in Italy. And I'm going to talk to just narrow it down to living here in Milan. Now, first of all, it depends with where you grew up. If you grew up in Africa like myself, you know that we have culture difference. It's so diverse, and that is one of the things I keep telling people when they ask me, even back home, like my friends, my relatives, I keep telling them, you know what, the culture is just so different. If you follow me for a while now, you know there's a video I have, I think beginning of the year, about things you need to know before coming to Italy, and that was my personal experience. I felt like I think people need also to understand these things. The way I got a lot of shock, or I was so shocked about, you know, the culture shock, the food, the what, how people live, everything, the language. I thought it's necessary for me to just share, and so that anybody else who is planning to come, either to reunite with their family, or if someone is coming to study, if you are planning to come to live in Europe or in Italy, I think more or less the same. These things can be a bit useful or important. Now, the first thing I noticed about being a woman here in Italy, especially in Milan, and especially where we stay, is that everybody will stare. Like, the stares are just like, sometimes I would ask myself, especially at first, I would ask myself, but what's happening? What did I do? Did I mess myself? Even in days that I was not in that, you know, in that time of the month, I would just keep asking myself, why do they look too much? I mean, they can really stare. And you know, it's good that right now we're wearing the masks, so it's a bit different. But that time, there were no masks. People were just, you know, you would see people staring, and, you know, they would just do this, and you don't know if to return as a smile, or this is just a way of, I don't know. I was a bit confused. So the stares are always there. Like, they will always look at you until now, but I've gotten used to it, so really it doesn't bother me as much as it used to bother me before. So if you're planning to come to Italy, just know that, or if you're in the things that, I think it's part of them, and it doesn't come, the staring or the stares don't come from a kind of a malicious or kind of thinking maybe of because of the race. No, because I've asked a lot of my friends, even in the Italian school where I used to go, I asked them, but why do people, even my teacher, I asked her, why do people keep staring like that? And one of my lecturers actually told me, you know what, it's not from a malicious point, or it's not from, it's just curiosity. And once I knew that, I just said, okay, anyway, you know, we are different, especially if you're used to a place where there are not a lot of blacks. At least in Milan, there is a lot of black people. So they would stare, but just because of curiosity, and they would move on. But if you go to like small towns where there are really few black people, or there are people who've seen very few black people, that is something they would just, like, you know, stare, and they would wonder, what are you doing there, especially in small cities. I remember this one time that we went to the southern part. Last summer we went to the southern part of Italy. It's beautiful, magical, fabulous, fantastic place. Now, we wanted to go on top of a small hill, so we just drove up. And when we got to that small village, they were really shocked to see black people. And we were, you know, the whole family. So they were like, what are they doing here? They kept staring until at some point I was a bit nervous. I just told my husband, you know what? We just need to go down, and, you know, we just need to leave this place. So the stares don't come from a malicious point. It's just, I think, curiosity and just trying to find out. And especially now that my son goes to school, I understand it from a different perspective, which is, especially the moms that I interact with, at the park, at the school, they say it's because they like to understand how is it the culture, because what they have seen on television from Africa is different, because they see if they see a polished person, like someone who's dressed, and of course if you come to Europe, that means you've passed a certain life and you're not dressed in traditional clothes, and even if you do, it's your choice, you know. So what they used to see on television is what is stuck in their mind. Now they picture that and then they try to relate with what they see. So I came to understand that it's not coming from a really malicious point, it's just curiosity, and that's it. The other next thing that I noticed a lot, especially when I came, so I remember this one time I was at the mall and I was waiting. I sat on the bench waiting for my son and my husband to come from the washroom. So I sat there and I wasn't on my phone, so I was looking around. And I remember this guy who came next to me and he sat, I remember he told me, hi, of course in Italian. How much? I was so offended. I was so shocked. I just woke up and left. I was wondering, but how am I dressed? I'm in pants, and it was summer that time. So I was having my like palazzo pants. I like loose pants. So I was having just like loose pants and a simple top. So I didn't expect that from someone, but they keep thinking, most of them, not all, but they think maybe you are out, you know, to do prostitution, or you're selling yourself, or they would even give you a kind of a look that to suggest, like, are you, you know, like there's a willing buyer, are you a willing seller, you know, that kind of thing. But I think that's something I've asked one of our friends, and he says, you know what, they like to explore a lot of things when it comes to. So another thing is finding salons, and if you find them, they are very expensive. Of course, back home I would go to the salon because it's really affordable to go to the salon. Back in Africa, of course, it depends which country you come from, but from Kenya, it's very affordable to go to a salon, like a standard salon, and get your hair done, relaxed, done all those things if you need a weave on and all that. Now, getting your hair done here, and they don't do it really well, so hence these days I keep wearing wigs all the time. So that's a struggle that I have had for a long time, but of course I resolved to wearing wigs. I do my hair once in a while, and I'll just get one person, like my friend does my hair, and that's it. So another thing that I have experienced here as a Black woman is getting the right shade to makeup, like a foundation, and also what is it called, a foundation, and even pressed powder, those kind of things. Sometimes they are too light. Like I have an episode that was it last month, when there was that hype of the Fenty Beauty, I went to buy, and I was so angry because I bought it at 28 and I bought 2 bottles of the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop, and they were all the wrong shades. So finding the really right shade is not that easy, although you can find shops like MAC where you can find a good range of, you know, shades. But again, they also keep struggling because as much as we are few, there's demand. I think also the issue is they stock few darker shades, so if someone goes there and buys, that means the next person probably will not get their right shade, and that's something that I've struggled with. But of course, they have improved. In fact, out to Kiko, which is now stocking up a lot of range of shades, especially for Black people, for Black skin, which is really good. I experience here as a Black girl or a Black woman is food. Like sometimes you want to buy like African food. You know, you can eat all the pasta, you can eat all the food and everything else, but there's this one time you just feel like eating your food. And it's not very easy to find everything, although sometimes it will take you to drive up to another maybe town to buy those kind of items for you to be able to have, you know, sometimes you miss home, and the only thing that can give you that attachment is when you eat your home food. Like us in Kenya, we eat ugali. Sometimes I want to eat the real ugali, and I really have, let's say I have the urge to just have it, because that's the only thing maybe that can make me to feel more at home or to just feel good. So it can take you maybe a drive to go and buy those things, maybe from another city, another town, so that you can be able to have them. So mostly I would go maybe to a city which is not really so far from my place, which is Pavia. This is like an hour's drive, or I go to Milan. But Pavia has more variety because it's a lot of Africans there, and also African students, so there's a lot of African community there, and that's where you find a lot of, you know, international food, African food. I have a video about Pavia, and I'm going to also make another part 2 of the same to show you how to shop for African food in Pavia. So look out for that. If you haven't watched that one, please go ahead and watch it. Another experience that I have had here, and it's not a good one, is they always keep asking you if that's your real hair. Wow, why did you change your hair? Like, I'm sure if I go to pick my son today with this long hair, the teacher would ask me, or even some of the parents would ask me, wow, did you just change your hair? But yesterday you had another hair. Are you from the salon? Like, they're always, I don't know, like, can they tell that this is not our hair? But I know, of course, it's not easy, but that's something. And then they keep asking, can I touch? Then you tell them, no, it's not my hair. It's a wig. Let's say it's a weave. If it's a weave or it's a wig. Ah, wow, but it looks like your own hair. You know, wow, you have long hair. Or someone tells you, oh, you have long hair. Wow, your hair. But yesterday they saw you with short hair. How did it happen that now overnight your hair became too long or became too straightened? Because maybe yesterday you're having curly hair, you know? So it's something that sometimes I just love. And thank God for the mask, because now that the weather is good and we're out there with the kids at the park, I just get a lot of comments. Wow, you went to the salon today, you look good, I like your hair. Wow, your hair is good, it's long, longer than mine. I just don't even talk. Because I'm tired of telling them that today is not my hair. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment down below and smash a like button if you like it. Anyway, I'll see you in my next video. Stay blessed, stay safe.